Hey everyone, thanks for stopping in at Wendling Farms. So first up here this morning, we got to go over to a shed. We're gonna get our seed tender, one of our seed tenders out. We've got a seed tender for corn, which is a box tender. You set all the pro boxes on it. And our bean seed tender is hopper fill. Oh man, old 7.3 is kind of cold this morning. So we're gonna be getting our hopper fill soybean tender out of the shed. We're gonna bring it down here to the shop. We've got to look at the hydraulic swing out. It's a whole whopping 5 degrees out here in East Central Illinois this morning. So yeah, anyway, back to the seed tenders. Our bean seed tender has a hydraulic swing out and the whole 9 yards option on it. On our last day of soybean planting, the auger just went out of whack and was swinging freely. So we're gonna bring that down to the shop and see what's wrong with it and get that fixed. Dad's following me here in his Ranger. Well, I think he is. Yep, there he is. It's so much easier to move header carts around with that thing than trying to back them in with a pickup truck, because I think we're gonna have to move a couple of them to get that seed tender out. Oh man, opening these doors may be a problem. Looks like there's some snow built up. Holy smokes, there's actually a pretty good drift right here in front of him. We need four-wheel drive. Oh yeah, look at that. Four-wheel drive just makes a huge difference. You can get through anything in four-wheel drive, right? Should have brought the old plow over here, I guess.
I forgot what all was here.
So we got a hopper bottom, corn head, and a seed tender to move in order to get that one out. Well, that'll be fun. Come over here to move a hopper. See if I can get through this in two-wheel drive. Come on. There's no traction control in this truck, so you can really just let her eat. I envisioned instead of that being a hopper, it was a corn head or a bean head or something. Guess I should have made a better middle note whenever we back stuff in the shed. Oh well, back to the shop we go. What are we doing now?
We haven't serviced the 470, have we?
Nope.
Well, let's get it in the shop.
All right. We're gonna get the 470 in the shop and we're gonna start servicing it. Oil change, fuel filter change, engine air filter changes, transmission oil change. We're gonna do a full service on the 470. Finally get to use your new jumper.
Yeah. Wait.
There you go.
What's these seconds for?
I hear it.
Why is it counting down?
I don't know.
Try to start it. I don't know. Maybe this has got a... Wait a minute. I'm just seeing what's going to happen when this counts down.
Is it gonna blow up? 4, 3, 2, 1. Are we not getting a good ground? 60-second timer. Start vehicle within 60 seconds. Power off and on to reset. So you got to start it when it's counting. I don't know what we did differently from the first time, but it had plenty of juice there.
That might have been my ground.
Yeah, it probably was.
That ain't a ground. That's just a piece of metal.
That's a piece of wood?
It's a piece of tin.
Okay, so the engine oil is drained out of this tractor, drain plug's back in, and now I'm waiting for this canister to drain out. The engine oil filter's inside that canister, and in order to do this a little cleaner, it's better to drain out that canister before you spin it off, so you don't have oil pouring down all the side of it, and just a cleaner way of doing it. So I'll wait for that to drain out a little longer, and then we'll come over here to the right side, and right there where I'm pointing, that's where you add the engine oil. I'm gonna let that canister empty out good, and go ahead and start taking off the fuel filter. That ought to be about right, don't you think? Well, we're hitting the bucket. That was good judgment. How about that? This tractor holds 34 quarts of oil. So, for starters, draining this transmission oil, I'm going to open this up so it can breathe. Now the oil comes out right here where this heater core is. Well, let's see if I can catch this in the bucket. Better get this bucket ready too. Alrighty, well, the last clip you saw, I was working on that 470. That was on Friday. Now it's Monday. Over the weekend, it really warmed up, got in the middle 30s. It's a pretty nice weekend, actually. So, I'm gonna see if this semi will start. I don't know what I think. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay, so was the power already on, or is this thing just completely dead? Oh yeah, this thing does not have a drop of power. Okay, so since that one doesn't have an ounce of power, why don't we try this one? Okay, this one has power. Do we have enough power? Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, baby. So you guys saw early in this video, we had gone over to a shed. We were wanting to get a seed tender out, but there was a hopper bottom in the way. We're going to go over there and move that hopper. We got to move a corn head, another seed tender, and then we can get the seed tender that we're wanting to get in the shop moved around. Well, we're stuck. This truck will not move. You can't like rev this thing out. So when I go to stop on it, the tires don't even really spin. Terrible. Okay, we're free. Now I just gotta keep this thing on the road and we shouldn't have any more problems. Well, I got it to the floor, that's all we got. Oh, this ain't gonna be good. Come on. Wow. The Freightliner proved me wrong. Okay, I got this thing in 4th gear. Manually. Here we go. Keep on coming. Hey. Whoa. He needs 4-wheel drive, or he's just gonna really hammer it. It's time to start hauling some corn, folks. We're gonna be hauling white corn to Frito Lay. I'm actually empty right now. I'm headed up to the bin site. We've got a bin just south of Frito Lay, about 1.5 miles, so makes it pretty handy. You can get a lot of loads in a day when you're that close. Not that our farm's not already close, but this is even closer. Dad's already up there with the belt conveyor. I'm actually just about 1 mile away from him right now. I'm hoping he's not having any problems getting that belt conveyor underneath the unloading tube on the bin. The ground is frozen.
Michael, you might as well turn around and go home. We're not going to haul here.
Well, that just answered my question. Well, we can scratch that idea off the list. I guess we are not going to be hauling out of a bin south of Frito Lay. We're going to be hauling out of the farm. And the reason being is at that bin site, the unloading tube on the bin to the ground, there's not a whole lot of clearance, and we got this belt conveyor last year. I can't remember when we got it last year, but the new belt conveyor is a little beefier on the bottom side that grabs the corn that comes out of the bin. What we should have done was dug out a spot underneath that bin so that the belt conveyor would fit with plenty of clearance before the ground froze, but we didn't do it. So luckily for us, it's going to be thawing out because this week's going to be in the 40s and almost 50 degrees. We're going to haul out of the farm here until we know it's fit to go up there to do what we need to do in order to get the corn hauled out of that bin. How's it feel? How's it smell? Good? Yeah. Dad's trying to position himself here so he can sit in the truck and watch the hopper bottom get loaded. It's pretty chilly out here. I think he's got himself in a pretty good spot now. You got a good view sitting there? You see it well?
Yeah, I can see it perfect here. You've got enough room. Do I need to move more gravel after you move that truck out of the way?
I don't think so. I think I'm getting by all right.
Well, the backhoe's here. Once you get loaded, I'll move a little bit before I put the backhoe up.
Copy that. That's the rock pile he's talking about on the radio. We're getting by right now, but he's going to move that away a little more, just so it's a little more convenient to get this truck underneath the auger to get it loaded. The reason we have that rock there, well, one of the piles, the bigger pile that's pretty much in the way, is turkey gravel. and we use that to cover up the tile whenever we're tiling. And we're wanting to do some tiling here right at the farm. So we dumped that there. Well, it's sat there ever since, and we haven't been able to do any tiling around here. So now it's in the way. Welcome to Frito Lay, folks. Getting probed right now. What that means is they're pulling some samples out of the hopper, and then they do some grading. It's got to pass the grading test before it can go get dumped, because this is food grade white corn, and this corn gets turned into corn chips. Alrighty, well, I got my empty weighting ticket, and now I'm heading back to the farm. Reason we brought this seed tender in the shop is because last spring, this auger about took me out because, well, we found out now that the chain broke and the hydraulic swing quit working. Master link here is just broke, so. You think we got another one?
I think so. I'm gonna go look. It doesn't look like anything special.
So that chain just runs around the bottom of this auger, and then I don't know if you can see in there, there's a small sprocket on the hydraulic motor. So it just comes around here, goes over to that hydraulic motor, and that's what hydraulically swings this auger out. You do everything from this wireless remote right here. It's pretty slick. Well, we just got this machine inspected. Ready to get to work?
I guess.
What are you gonna start with?
I'm gonna start with the beacons.
Starting with the beacons?
Yeah.
I've got an engine engine crankcase filter.
Engine crankcase breather filter.
And it's right in here behind that, so I gotta take this shield off. Yeah, so right behind this cover is where the filter's at. So I got the cover off, the filter's sitting in there, and it's held on by 3 bolts there in those holes. Oh man. All right, we got the filter out. If you want to make that a little bit easier, you take this off, drop that down, get that out of the way, then you can really move your cover so you give you more room to get the filter out. But we got her out. Okay, let's get this baby in here. The difficult part is trying to get the bolt holes to line up. Let's take a look inside of there. Yeah, that's what inside of the motor looks like. So here on this cover, I was wondering why this was separated. I'm talking to the video here, Dad. So on this shield, it bolts here on the bottom side, and it bolts here on the top. Well, the top side piece is broke, so I'm gonna weld that. Those are nice.
You like them?
There should be no excuse for the auger cart to not know that the combine needs to dump. Not hot enough.
Michael, you want to weld tacking on each side so it doesn't hold. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got it welded.
Our shop drain's starting to get a little stinky, so I'm gonna take the backhoe and get this thing cleaned out. We haven't done it in a while. I believe what we did last time was hooked a chain around that and just pulled it out, took it outside.
We did. Well, let's do that.
It's 48 degrees right now. The barn loft's getting pretty sloppy. So this drain we have here in the shop, it goes together in sections, or it went together in sections, I should say. It's all pre-sloped. It goes about 35 feet each direction, and it all drains here to the center. Yeah, we took this center basket out, got rid of all that gunk that was in there, and now I'm going to stick the garden hose in here and try to flush out this yucky water that's left at the bottom, just to try to flush that out. Well, that's it for this video. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Before you run off, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. It's free to be a subscriber, folks. So click that subscribe button. Also, give this video a thumbs up, and we'll catch you in the next one.